YouTube. How are you? Hi, subscribers. This is Jackie, aka Fat Fabulous J. I am coming today with some extremely good news we all have been waiting for. You have to excuse my appearance. I am actually getting ready for bed, but I feel like I need to do this because I would forget. And I really want to share the news with you. Yesterday, I went to go see the surgeon. I was really nervous. I thought that he would probably give me a surgery date at a later time. But guess what? I got it yesterday. My surgery date is January the 27th, 2014. That is about 12 days from now. Now, I'm not going to make this a long, drawn-out video. For those of you that is going through the same process, you can refer back to a lot of my other videos. I have everything you will possibly want to know. The last thing on the list is visiting the surgeon. That's what I'm going to tell you today. The hospital I went to, kudos to him. I'm not going to say who the hospital is right now. I'm not going to go into the surgeon until everything is cleared and all that. Then I'll leave information at the bottom. But the hospital is fabulous. The Weight Loss Control Center is perfect. They made sure I had everything before I got to the surgeon, which means insurance clearance, your psych, your nutrition, your physical therapy, as many times as you need to see the weight loss control people. Everything was intact. Sleep study, cardiologist, everything had to be intact before you even saw the surgeon. In other words, he don't want you wasting his time no more than you want him wasting yours. I got there. He is so fine. My goodness. That's a handsome man, honey. Had to add that in there. The initial review, a consultation between the two of us, was perfect. He asked me a few questions. He asked me why I wanted to have the surgery, what type of surgery I wanted to have. He did not ask me my ideal goal weight. But I did find out that I'm going to have a few extra things done, which I appreciate. He asked me about any previous surgeries. I told him I had my gallbladder removed. He asked to see the scar. It's a pretty big scar, because I had to have a liposcopy first, and then they immediately had to give me surgery because my gallbladder was abnormally large. So I assume that's why the scar was so big. So it was sort of like an emergency thing. But what he told me was I might have scar tissue, and then he was going to go in there and clean that all up for me. He said if I had intestine that was connected to the scar tissue, he would have to stop with the bypass and go for the sleeve. So I had to sign 2 consent forms because he said he didn't want to get in there and then have to close me all up and then go back and do the surgery all over. But the good news is, if I end up getting the sleeve, I can go back and get the bypass if I don't lose as much weight as I would like to. But he said he's so good, which I'm sure he is. He is going to make sure that I have that bypass. And I trust him completely. Because he sounds like a man that knows his business. He looks like a man that knows his business. And besides all that, I did do some research on him. And he's a really good surgeon. He's done quite a few surgeries. He's well known at the facility that I'm going to have it done at. So I feel very comfortable with him. So needless to say, we talked about all of that, and then he shocked me. He said, I'm going to get the consent forms, Miss Wallace, and I'll be back, and I would like you to go up to the desk and make your scheduled surgery date. So if you can tell, I am very happy. This has been a long road. It's been like 6 months. Now, I want you to understand this before I end this. I did not have to wait the whole 6 months. And this is something that you guys need to know. I don't know if it's certain insurances, certain hospitals, certain surgeons, but when your BMI hits over 50, and mine is 68, you're considered a critical case. Which means when you get your pre-op diet that you have the 2 weeks before surgery, it's for you to lose a certain amount of weight and to shrink your liver. Well, when your BMI is over 68, at least with where I'm going, they're not concerned about me losing the weight. It's only for me to shrink my liver. So, with that being said, don't panic. You know, if your BMI is high, usually they'll sort of push your case through because you're important. You're sort of like I said, in a critical kind of case. But this doesn't mean this counts for everybody. This is my case. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that's like me. You know, if you don't have any psych issues going on, then I'm sure that it'll be a breeze for you to do this. Okay, so it didn't have to take me to 6 months, but it did. And I'm glad, you know. Everything works in its own divine order. I wanted to have it by February the 1st, and I'm having it a couple of days before February the 1st. So God is good. Have to give him his praise. Thank you. So, anyway, I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I just wanted to touch bases with my people out there, my subscribers. Pray for me, because on the 27th, I'm going in the hospital, and I'm going to have it done. I don't have my hospital yet, and my time. But when I get that, I'll get back with you. So I'm going to start my liquid diet tomorrow, and I'll get back with you a couple of days before surgery. Okay? Kudos, good night, and smooches.